Engines roaring, tires screaming, 811 racing, here we go dreaming. Fire up the throttle, lights flashing green, 811 racing brings the best you've ever seen. Terry and Kevin locked and loaded in the booth, calling every move from Talladega to the truth. From Daytona to Martinsville, show tracks to the big ovals, we're bringing you the action, living local. Sunoco in the tank, we're fueled up right, average Joes by day, working 9 to 5 nights, clocking, grinding out, living that regular life. But when that PC fires up and we strap in the seat tight, we flip the switch, become legit. Sim racers rising, ready to rip. From super speedways to tight bull rings, these drivers lay it all on the line. Everything bumping, banging, wheel to wheel, full contact NASCAR, nothing but real. We're going real fast and real left, pedal down, hold your breath, drafting hard and sliding through the turns, 11 racing, the fire burns real fast and real left, yeah, we're turning real fast and real left. Paint swapping, close quarters, door to door. One mistake and you're kissing that wall for sure. Channeling the Intimidator, black no 3, Dale Earnhardt style, pure intensity. Gordon Petty and the King's legacy. We carry that fire in this Sim family. We're going real fast and real left, pedal down, hold your breath, drafting hard and sliding through the turns, 811 racing, the fire burns real fast and real left. No Hollywood stars, just regular guys, but tonight on the track we own the skies. From the comfort of home to the virtual wall, we race with heart, we give it our all. 811 strong, we race all night long. We're going real fast and real left, pedal down, hold your breath, drafting hard and sliding through the turns, 811 racing, the fire burns. Sunoco fueled, we're wide open, no regret. Terry and Kevin calling every wreck, real fast and real left, yeah, we're turning real fast and real left. Trevor, let's go racing, boys. You know it, real fast and real left. That's where he is. Real fast and real left.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the Sunoco Racing League. The ARCA series is ready to take on 100 laps here tonight at the Peach State Showdown 100 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Old Atlanta at that. Kevin, what are we looking at here tonight?
We're looking at a long, grueling race with a super abrasive track, similar to how we saw at Chicagoland last week. It's going to be a huge tire game, and it's going to come down to who can manage those green flag ones best, including the fact that we're looking at a storm system coming in, but not to worry, ladies and gentlemen, as it looks pretty far out, and we're definitely going to be able to get in at least half the race, but could be a tight race to the end when it comes to weather. 72 degrees out there, northeast gusts of 4 miles an hour. Clear conditions with 44% humidity. We're set for a good day here at Atlanta.
Oh yeah, especially going to be some good racing here tonight. We have our biggest field so far, with some people unable to show here tonight. Let's see if we can get down there and go ahead and get this grid running for us here. Go ahead and take it away, Kevin.
On your pole tonight, you have a 30.209 set by Cody Pierce from Sinners and Saints Racing in the number 99 car. And with him on the front row, with his teammate, Michael Alexic Jr. And he's also from Sinners and Saints.
And then in third place, you have Terry Hughes Jr. Just off of the leaders here from 811 Racing at. And then on the outside of him, another 811 Racing car. Once again, just barely off the leaders here
And the
with
pair
his
that I
lap
feel
time.
like I usually see together a lot on the qualifying board, Jack Garrity, Rob Lowendick, and P5 and P6.
Oh yeah, and then boys, you know what? They fast, even though I mean they're relatively new here, but they're hella fast. And then starting in the fourth row will be Tony Swain and Mickey Sonadero for Fury
And
Cam Racing.
And then in P9 you have the 10 car John Smith for Nab Daddy Racing and Hunter Foley in P10.
Oh, Hunter Foley, man, a guy that we don't really get to see very often out here.
I'm excited to see Hunter in this lobby. We're pretty familiar with him and just a super great guy and super happy to have him here. Also for Nab Daddy Racing, it seems he didn't get his paperwork submitted in time, so we're going to have to give him a little slap on the wrist for that, I think.
I think we can let him slide with it just a little bit. And then starting
All
back
right.
here in 11th and 12th for 811 Racing again, we have Gage Hunt and Trent Hughes. And then starting back here behind them in the 13th through 16th spots, we have Ty Robertson in 13th. In 14th, we have Thomas McLaughlin. In 15th, we have Kyle Cortez. And then starting in the back of the pack here tonight will be Troy Sand. But if I'm not mistaken, after last week's shenanigans after the race, Gage Hunt will be starting at the tail end of the field.
Yeah, keeping it buttoned up is, just making sure that everybody's following the rules and keeping the right conduct completely through the race and including after the race. And just, had a learning moment early on and he's going to get through that. And you also mentioned Ty Robertson, who's starting on the back of the field. And I'm sure that's exactly where he wants to be, just trying to continue to give himself a challenge up here. And I'm sure we're going to see him in the front pretty soon. But this is not the place where he can just kind of tear through the field. He's going to have to be real careful to make sure that he's got something for the leaders once he does get up there.
Oh, for sure, because this track right now is really abrasive. I mean, you see there is some rubber on the track, but I don't think this track at 116 degrees is taking it very well. As we're
No, not
about
at
to go
all. As
green
they're
here.
tightened up and green flag as Alexic gets a good run there on the outside, which usually doesn't have a lot of grip to put the power down. Yet Cody Pierce just behind the 5 car of Alexic. Cody Pierce may just be able to pull away coming off this corner, but that momentum on the high side is probably going to bring that 5 car way out front as Terry Hughes in air between those 2 cars, but now facing the dirty air. Cody Pierce is able to get about a half car staggered, get some more downforce. But who is this? Chris Knighty from the top side into P2.
And as I was looking there in practice, Chris Knighty had a blistering fast car here. I think he was sitting in third behind Terry Hughes Jr. and Ty Robertson there, where they were all running 29.5s during practice.
Yeah, these cars can get super fast and then they get very slow. I forget the fall off the top of my head, but I think there's definitely over a second and a half fall off once again.
As you just see these 2 front 2 just absolutely take off from the field here. Already putting a second on third place between. Oh, is there already a wreck here?
Seems we have a caution.
see if we can jump back here. Oh yes, the 40 and of Jack Garrity and the 42 of Rob Lodwick here are way off the pace, as the caution flag just now shows on our screen here. Sorry for that delay, guys. Let's see if we can back it up and see what happened. Just looked a little early here. That might have been why there was a big gap between everybody. Let's see if we can't get a good view here.
Saw a bunch of boys pulling off on the low side. Backstraight. Oh,
Just a little loose there on the exit. And it looks like one got into the wall and then one chased it up the track a little bit here. Or you had two in the wall and then one chased it up the track, and the 81 right in the middle of it, just barely squeezing through.
wow.
As the 42 and 40 just get in each other and just take it right through the grass.
Yeah, I mean, you do see that a lot here. Hopefully you don't see it much else tonight, but it's super easy to get loose coming off these corners, and you can't really just let off the gas. You kind of have to keep the power down, keep the car happy balance-wise, and just the wake of the air, the car in front, I think this is Jack Garrett, just kind of sent him up into the wall and then went overcorrected a little bit just because I'm sure he was turning the wheel for a while and the car wasn't doing anything. And then once it finally caught, he just ended up catching the 42 of Rob Lowendick, and here we are. But it looks like the damage isn't too bad. Doesn't look like there's really any damage much at all. Not on this side at least, but it would be on the other side for Rob Lowendick, I believe.
You just see them march right through the grass. Unfortunately, Steve is going to hate doing the grass here after the race. As you see that storm kind of off in the distance there that we were talking about at the beginning of the race. Jump back up here to our leaders. And what about the fan cam we have here tonight there, Kevo?
I mean, we are a packed house tonight. This is only the ARCA series, so I can only imagine what the Cup series are going to look like. I think we're going to have people probably climbing the fence. I mean, it gets rowdy out here.
Well, at least we ain't at Dago right now. It'd be way worse.
Oh no.
As
See,
we
you're
have
looking at it wrong.
our only taker down on pit road right now. Well, we have three takers. We have Thomas McLaughlin, Kyle Cortez, and Troy Sand down on pit road. Actually looks like Rob is going to take it down pit road as well. I think they're just going to top off on fuel. Or I thought would be just top off on fuel.
If this run were to go long, this tire call could be super interesting for these guys back here. I'm excited to see what comes of this, especially you have Thomas McLaughlin there getting tires as well as Troy Sand. Keep an eye on them 48 and 69 car. And then when we had the other side of the car, this would be a good look here. Does not look like,
Doesn't
looks like
have
Rob
anything.
Lowendick is in tip-top shape.
As we should be coming to our choose cone here. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, this right here would be the choose as we go straight behind the Atlanta Motor Speedway booth here. Don't really get to see
Looks like
much.
a bunch of takers for the outside. Oh, now we're just pretty spaced out. Now that we have chosen, we are 1, 2, 3 here. Five car hops again to take the bottom side. So Chris Knighty is going to start, looks like on the top side in front row.
honestly, you can't blame the man. The outside worked for him good here on the restart to begin with. So, I mean, or at the beginning of the race. I mean, why not stick it out up there and see if you can't grab the lead?
Who you can blame is his teammate at Terry Hughes in that 81, taking the bottom side rather than opting for the help for that triple two.
Well, he would have ended up having to be behind the 99 there. So,
Okay, I see.
what would you have chose? I mean, be up closer to the front or get stuck behind another car?
Now me, I think I'd just wreck everybody so I can win. That is not what you should do.
No, it shouldn't do that. That's bad business. As we get ready to go green here again, as the 5 takes off, and he just absolutely leaves
Great
everybody.
from that 5 car, as well as the 81. So I take that back there, Ben. Great call by the 81. As he's straight in the second. If I know Terry Hughes Jr., he's definitely going to at least try to catch up to Alexic in that 500 car. Whether he decides to try and pass him or not, I'm not sure. Because he is smart behind that wheel. You know that it's important that you get track position in the lead here at a track like Atlanta. But sometimes it's also smarter to just save your tires and wait if he tires.
I mean, as you see how far this field has already spread out here, only 8 laps in and only 2 laps into this run already.
Triple two of Chris Knighty has been super fast here all night. Now we're pretty much right on the bumper of that 81. He's good help. Now you're seeing those 8XI cars start to figure it out as they go side by side. Chris Knighty says, nah.
No, I want to get around that car.
And then if you want to get around me later,
I mean, can you blame him?
Good air block by the 5 car. I can't blame him.
As he goes right to the outside here. If he can ever get to that rear quarter panel of that 5 car, I think he'll reel him in, if not pass him. As a 99 takes the outside of the 81 here and just drives right around him in turn 2.
Now Cortez kind of all alone there in the middle of the pack. That's honestly good for him. This early in the run, he's able to keep good pace, decent pace without completely destroying his tires. So it's looking pretty good for the 8 car right now. Just thinking, let's talk about that 9 car, Ty Robertson, all the way up into 6th now. Only 11 laps in, with a bunch of that being some caution laps.
Yeah, already up 7 spots here tonight. Or today, or this afternoon, or however you want to call it, to be honest with you. It depends on where in the world you are, I reckon.
We are going to see this 9 car up front very soon, and I don't think he's going away. As he's followed by the 87 car, Trent Hughes, who's also been working his way up. Just barely clearing himself over the front bumper of Mickey Sonadera, who's going to have something for him on the inside as Mickey gets super tight. They're side by side coming out of turn 4 as Mickey Sonadera blows right by Trent Hughes on the bottom. Maybe he's thinking, yeah, I should probably give that one back. That was a bit of a late slide job there in that previous turns 1 and 2.
Or maybe he's just thinking, you know, maybe I don't want to battle you too hard right now. Try to save a bit of tire.
Yeah, I mean the way that Mickey drove it into one of those corners back there, just didn't seem super happy with him, but also kept it classy. And what you see a lot out of that number 2 car from Yorktown, Virginia.
See how our leaders are doing up here in the front. It is a 3-car breakaway, and it is not the 3 cars you are used to. It is Michael Alechet, Chris Knighty, and Cody Pierce just absolutely driving away from the field right now. They have put 2 seconds on 4th place of Terry Hughes Jr. Holy shit, guys.
Yeah, but if this run ends up going green, Terry Hughes this is gonna fall right into his hands.
As you see right behind Terry Hughes Jr., you have Jonathan Smith, Ty Robertson, Mickey, and Trent. So well, Gage Hunt's in the picture as well here in 9th. They are all just waiting on this long run pounce.
Yeah, that's the thing, Manny. If, like I said, if this ends up going green another 10, 20, especially 30 laps, all these leaders, they're battling way too hard in front to be able to save any fire. So they're gonna end up falling back to Terry Hughes, and hopefully he can stay ahead of Jonathan Smith when it comes that time.
Oh, as you saw Chris Knighty right in the wall off of 4 there.
Yeah, and when Terry Hughes does end up getting to these guys, they're not going to want to give it up because they know what's happening. So it's going to be an interesting battle, and by that time, guys, you know, P4 and back, they're not going to have fresh tires. Nobody has fresh tires at this point. Everybody's doing a lot of saving, and it's only going to get worse from here in this run. As you see, Chris Knighty moving to the bottom, and he gets right around 99 of Cody Pierce. I don't know what lost him that momentum, but yet we have it. It's the 222 here in P2.
And as I'm looking at the lap times here, man, these leaders are just absolutely in the green off of everybody right now, other than Mickey Sonadero. But they are 2 to 3 tenths up on everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and back to what I was saying earlier, you know, it's if you are Terry Hughes and you end up catching these guys, you're not going to have... Oh, is Chris Knighty a great save as he
takes
smacks
out the cone. That's going to hurt the tires.
Just a little bit. But to finish my point, if Terry Hughes ends up catching them, he's not going to have fresh tires on his car, and especially if him and Jonathan Smith are going to battle it out side by side here. So it's gonna end up being an interesting battle, especially with Ty Robertson behind them both.
And Terry Hughes Jr. is not looking to give up that 4th place position easy there in the middle line. You know what? While we're going to be going green here for a little bit, why don't we go ahead and throw her down for a fast and loud here. If we can't get everything to decide to work correctly. as our leaders start coming back across the start-finish line here, you just see our guys in the back here, and Jonathan Smith taking the lead of that second group, with Ty Robertson right behind him, are just starting to absolutely catch those leaders. They have cut it down to a 1 second gap during that fast time out.
Yeah, and that was a whole second because last time I checked, it was 2.1 to E4 from the lead. And now we're, like you said, a second back. It's just over a second that they've gained, and they're going to catch them quick. But the question is, are they going to be able to pass them quick, especially with such pressure of that 9 car behind you?
I mean, you see them too. The 9 and the 10 have just absolutely started leaving the group back there with Terry Hughes Jr. I wonder if he just burned his stuff up trying to keep the 10 and the 9 behind him.
Yeah, I don't think the 10 ever burned his stuff up. Jonathan Smith is a huge tire saver, and I'm not surprised to see him out front of this second pack. And I think he's got a really good shot to go win this race tonight.
When doesn't that man have a shot to win a race?
Not often, or at a road course. And I only say that because he'll be the first to admit it. And I'll always love poking fun at him. You know, we're just hanging out. We're gonna do some racing on a Friday night or whatever, Tuesday night. Say, hey John, you on a road course? Oh,
Hell no.
immediate answer.
See if we can't get an onboard cam here with John as he works his way through this traffic in front of him so he can grab this lead. As Chris Knighty gets loose out of 2. Now Jonathan Smith only has 1 more position to go before he has the lead all to himself, and then just has to battle Ty Robertson. And Jonathan Smith and Ty Robertson are already up 7 and 10 positions from the start of the race. And always notice, you always notice these two get together, they run single file behind each other until they catch everybody, and then they start moving around however they feel like they want to.
Yeah, and you see such wheel control, and you hear John Smith pedaling out that throttle, saving fuel and saving tires. If you're, watching at home and you run iRacing every now and then, or pretty often, this is definitely something to listen for. And this is the guy that's doing everything right. He's not really giving it throttle. He's just kind of holding it in a neutral position just to keep the car rolling. Just so the car's almost coasting, just getting a little bit more power than coasting. But he's keeping that minimum speed up through the corner, and he's able to keep himself downforce. As you see Michael Alexic starting to fall back as he gets the air packed on his rear, as he's getting way loose, as Jonathan Smith is not going to have a very hard time at this point getting around him with the help of the 9 car Ty Robertson. Now I'm curious to see if Ty is going to sit tight or if he's going to try and make a move for that 10 car.
No, you see him drop back just a little bit there and ran the high side. I don't know if it's because he got tight or he's going to take the lead here on this lap.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this 9 car is completely worn out his tires or if he's got something for him, but it looks like he's able to make decent gains on the backstretch with the draft. Just how well can he do in the corners compared to that 10 car?
Look at that run that 9 car gets right there in 3 and 4. Is he going to make a move here, or is he just going to stick it out behind the 10 car?
I think he goes for it. He does not.
I think he's trying to figure out where he can grab a run from and use it to his advantage either later on in this run or later in the race.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying there. It certainly looks like he's sizing him up. Opts to run the line right behind him. Even, in the direct wake of Smith's 30 air, that 9 car is not really budging much. I think he's got a lot of car left.
As we have a taker on pit road as Jack Garrity comes down from P16 and looks like he's going to take 4 tires and some Sunoco racing fuel. as he is just now leaving pit road. See if we can't go back here in the back of the pack. Chris Knighty's coming down from P15. I wonder what happened to him. He really fell off there that run. Oh, as he gets loose going
possible
through.
speeding penalty coming. We'll have to check
Wow.
with race control with that one.
It looks like he's fine as of right now.
That I'm glad to see. I always love seeing good days out of that 222 car, especially when he's looking as good as he was today. And a speeding penalty would just be pure heartbreak, as he's going to get what looks like 4 tires of fuel. As Thomas McLaughlin smashes the cone, blows the entry, and he, I think, is almost certainly going to get a penalty.
Oh, for sure
For
here.
coming out of pit road there, and a little bit of speeding going on.
He's going to be sitting here for a while. See if we can't get up through the field here and start talking about some of these other guys, as Rob Lodwick is down 7 positions right now. Looks like he's going to bring it down to pit road as well on lap 38.
And a textbook stop there, gets it right down on the apron. Stopped up well with some room to spare. And he's right on a pit road, no issues.
And you have Hunter Foley back here, just cruising around in 12th.
What a pretty solid night for himself.
Yeah, it's not a bad
So
day
far.
at all. Especially this being his first race with the Sunoco Racing League. That is a beautiful race car. Looks like you got it done at napdaddyracing.com.
Where you can get all your paint schemes, anything that you can imagine. I believe he is willing to do some sports car. It's John and Hunter that you know, do the Nap Daddy stuff. So definitely go check him out and tell him that Sunoco Racing League sent you. I don't know if he's going to give you a discount, but it's worth a shot.
Another guy we don't really talk about much out here is Tony Swain, the U.S. Navy veteran, the 50-year-old.
Thank you for your service, Tony. And I mean, I do mean your vet service, but thank you for blessing our eyes with this beautiful Texas Roadhouse number 7 paint scheme. This might be the hottest scheme on track.
Just like them Texas Roadhouse rolls. Hot and steamy.
Oh yeah.
And then now we have Kyle Cortez out here in the 9th position. He is up 7 spots from where he started here tonight. He's kind of not having a great day. It just looks like he's running around for now. Don't really know what's going on inside that car.
Yeah, not seeming like a totally normal day for Kyle Cortez. We usually see him a lot higher up, but still in the top 10. This could just kind of be a strategy call for him. Maybe he's taking it easier early on, so he'll have tires for the end. I wouldn't count this number 8 car out.
Oh, you can never count that 8 car out. And as we jump up here to the 8th position of Trent Hughes in that beautiful Bass Pro Shops blackout machine. And as I heard that his cousin and Terry Hughes Jr. made that paint scheme for him. He doesn't really run it very often, but I'm kind of glad he brought it out here tonight. That's as we have a wreck.
Tangle somewhere.
Let's see if we can't figure out what just happened there. Wow. Mickey Sonadero back there just spun out on the bottom of the track.
Oh, no.
See if we don't get a caution.
We weren't seeing a terrible day out of that 2 car either. I think he was about to start making some moves back up there. And
lap 44, I think this is right around the time the leaders would have been coming down for some fuel.
So this is going to play out interestingly. We had a couple guys come down pit road during green, get their tires. If they've even had like 6 laps to drive out at a normal pace,
All right,
they're
there's
going to
a
be at a disadvantage to the guys that are coming down pit road under the caution.
as here. Whoa, we went back way too far. All right, here we go. This looks like a tangled mess, possibly here. Nope. Where are we even at? Where did this just take us? That's lap 1. Why are we so far back?
Jim? Ladies and gentlemen, don't mind our broadcast handler, Jim, out in the trailer. He's just takes a little bit of patience with him.
We'll pop this screen up. Just give us one moment so we can figure out what in the world is going on here. I don't even know what's happening here. We were on lap 44 and there was a spin, and 2, there was a caution flag. And then, for some reason, we don't end up at that caution flag. See if we can't figure out what's going on here. See if we can't find our boy Mickey. And what in the hell is going on?
There you go. Attaboy, Jim.
All right, let's see if we can get this off of your screen, guys. Sorry for the screw up there. I don't know what was going on inside somebody's brain up there. But this is what happened here. Looks like Mickey gets loose right there in the middle. Rob sticks it down below him and just clips him there and sends him right into the inside wall.
I don't know if he ever made it to the inside wall. His car looked pretty clean. Yeah, it looks like he is probably going to touch it just a little bit, but didn't look like a whole ton of damage. If he just lets go of the brakes here.
Oh, just a little smack. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, kept him locked up. Let that rotation keep happening. It's just something you end up getting a feel for.
As you had Rob there on new tires, coming around the guys that are on 44 lap old tires.
Does not look like a whole lot of damage to that 2 machine, but like we were saying before, you know, if you were taking green flag stops before the caution, obviously, and then ended up putting, 4 to 6 laps on your tires, you're at a huge disadvantage down to the rest of the field that's going to be pitting under caution with completely fresh tires.
As everybody's starting to catch up to the pace car here in turn 1. As everybody disappears like Houdini style.
It's magic.
Ta-da! As there comes Mickey across your screen, and then Gage Hunt. And Chris Knighty, rounding out your P14 spot there.
Should have Rob Lowendick here after him. And hopefully Thomas McLaughlin. I'm not sure if he's still out on track.
They might be caught up with the pace car here. Looks like we should have some takers on pit road. It has brought us down to the end of pit road.
Ladies and gentlemen, this camera angle, the calm before the storm here.
Let's see what happens, because you have, here they come, ladies and gentlemen, you have Ty Robertson, Jonathan Smith, Michael however you say his last name, in the 5 car. You have Terry Hughes Jr., Troy Sand, Cody Pierce, Trent Hughes, Kyle Cortez, Tony Swain, the Toad Man, Hunter Fawley, all coming down the pit road to service their cars. Probably 4 tires and 2 cans of Sunoco racing fuel.
You know, it might just be me, but it looks like that 222 and the 99 have similar enough paint schemes that I was wondering why Chris Knighty was stopping in box number 1 until I obviously realized it was the 99 car. As, you can see him in the 3rd box there.
4th box there. 4th.
That threw me through a loop. Oh, yeah.
Somebody can't see.
See, I gotta stop talking everything I don't know about.
As Ty Robertson has your P1 spot off of pit road, Jonathan Smith rounds out P2. Troy Sand up 12 spots in P3. Michael, eventually I'll figure his last name out.
I want to say it's
P4.
Alexic, but it's a good chance it's Alexich.
Sure. Yep, there it is.
We
We'll
will
go
have
with
his
that.
pronunciation figured out by next week.
Then you have it.
And Michael,
Oh, wait a second. Michael and Terry Hughes Jr. have penalties on pit road. Both of them had tires in the grass. Terry Hughes Jr., unfortunate, just sitting behind the 5 car, coming on the pit road, just followed him right through it. And they both got penalties for an unsafe pit entry there. How unfortunate. They're both going to be back here in P11 and P12. As your P4 position will go to Cody Pierce. P5 will go to Trent Hughes. P6 will go to Mickey Sonadero after that spin there. Kyle Cortez will round out your 7th position. Tony Swan will fill out your 8th. Hunter Foley will be in 9th. And there it is. Michael Anich back there in 10th. As everybody else starts filing in here from the back. As we get ready to go green here once again.
got everybody out front tightened up as we go green. Ty Robertson with a good fire off, but Jonathan Smith not far behind him. They're going to end up single filing out, coming into turn number 1 here.
What a start.
As you definitely see that rubber line filling in a lot more than we saw at the beginning of this race. Just about to hit the halfway point.
Boy, I tell you what, already the 81 and the 5 are on the move here in 1 and 2, and here we come in 3 and 4 as they make up 3 more positions possibly on exit. As the 5 grabs a little bit of the wall there.
Going to be 3 wide coming off 2 on the backstretch, but a lot of help on that high line is going to slingshot Mickey Sonadera.
Man, look at Terry Hughes Jr. just drive that car, slam through the field. Trent Hughes takes the lead out of 4, and his cousin out of turn 4 takes it on the front stretch in P2. Holy cow, the Hughes crew up in 1 and 2 right now.
You almost wonder if that was planned out. That was just beautiful execution. I think that was 2 or 3 cars passed in 2 quarters there for the 81 car. He just put the pedal down and said, I'll deal with the consequences later. But now they need to make sure that, you know, Terry needs to make sure he's holding the field off for Trent Hughes so he can save some tires. But Terry's also got to do some tire saving himself because with a lap like that, he probably just took about 5 laps off his front tires.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Trent Hughes didn't know better, and neither did the 5 of Michael. They just drove around the field there. Trent was in P5. I mean, it took him 2 to 3 laps. He got his tires warmed before he started driving around everybody. But Terry Hughes and Michael Alechich there just absolutely driving through the field. And then look at that stack up in the field behind them there. See if we can't go back up to the blimp cam so y'all can watch these battles back here.
Yeah, Trent Hughes really needs to start backing her down.
He has
We're gonna
already
see the same thing happen.
he
that
has
happened
already
in
jumped
leaders
out to a
before.
2-second lead. Holy
Michael-
cow.
Michael Alexic is going to want to try and catch up. He was able to make up a lot of those spots back fairly quickly. He's looking on the inside of Terry Hughes and gets a little bit of a run, but not quite enough to get to his bumper. You see a dive in the corner, but I believe that is actually the 222 at Chris Nadia is behind Ty Robertson.
And a 222, everybody, is still a lap down. He is fighting to get that lap back as soon as possible here. Scheduled in
2x2
P14.
behind the 222. As on the cameras here, it looks like Jim is unfortunately sleeping again, so I'm going to go wake him up.
As we keep our eye on this battle here, we're not really going to stretch it out to watch Trent Hughes just absolutely drive away from the field with a 3-second gap. Just going to sit here and watch these guys back here in the pack to give y'all some action. As Jim is awake and puts us right here into turn 3. Look at these guys just driving right out of 4. Man, what's the battle going on back here as it was almost 3 wide there. Terry Hughes Jr. doing everything he can to even attempt to stay right here in P2.
I walk in that trailer and he has the nerve to yell at me for waking him up.
Yeah, as soon as you walked in
Like,
that trailer, he put us right into turn 3.
Jim, you're working. But it is what it is. Trent Hughes continues to peel open the gap.
That gap is done stretched out to 4 seconds.
As I think now it begins. No, there's a little bit of trade-off here and there, but yeah, Trent Hughes appears to overall still be pulling away. And I don't think it's going to be good for that 87 car
In the
at
long
all.
run.
I mean, if he gets a caution, great, he can get a set of tires anyway. I just don't see how pulling super far away from the field benefits you, unless he's just that bad fast tonight, which
And he might
could
be.
absolutely be a possibility.
I mean, as he is still ticking off. As I'm over here looking at this, I know our live scoreboard here only is not showing the actual gap, it's showing a relative gap, but the actual gap between Trent Hughes and his cousin of Terry Hughes Jr. is 4.7 seconds. An almost 5-second gap.
Jack Garrity takes second place from Terry Hughes Jr.
As Trent just up here all alone. Holy cow, guys. They're coming out of 2. He's going into 3. It doesn't look like he's fighting that car at all up here by himself.
It does not. He continues to open up the gap.
It is up to an exact 5-second gap.
Is.
As there's a big
Oh,
crash.
backing out back.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
no. It seems week in and week out that 222 car just has the worst luck and always finds himself in the mess. as it looked like he was pretty innocent there.
I don't know. Let's see
Coming
if we
through
can
the
sit here
trial,
and
well, he's
watch
up
this.
high. He's gonna get into the wall just a little bit here, but not to worry. He's still alright and just gets caught in the back by that 48 of Troy Sand, who has really not much reaction time. And then Kyle Cortez, and wow, just a whole mess. As Kyle Cortez
Mm.
misses that by an inch. Jim, if you're still awake, which you better be, if we can try and get a nose cam on the 8 car,
Wow.
that was close.
See if we can't grab that nose cam here of
Unfortunately, it was a little too close for everybody else there, but also should paint a pretty decent story. But yeah, I mean, it looks like Troy Sand just completely plows in the back of him, but at full speed, you just have such a little time to react to something like that happening. It's just a unfortunate racing incident there. Just taps him
Jesus.
barely, and oh man,
Let's see if we can't right at the nose of the, or not the nose, but the cockpit of the 8 here. See exactly what he saw, cause that, whoa, when they came back up the track there, just
yeah, and Kyle Cortez too. Like he just doesn't have nobody really has the reaction time to be able to do anything about that. Even you get to turn the wheel and you get to getting on the brakes. Um, but these cars, you got to do a lot of convincing, and you can't make
ow.
those super quick, agile maneuvers. And so when you're Kyle Cortez, you're just trying to get it slowed down and out of the way as quick as possible. And then Troy Sand, who's already pretty out of shape, just also gets the worst of it.
And it looked like Chris's car was absolutely fine, just just got in the wall some, and when Mickey Sonadero came back up the track there, it just squished that front end of that car.
Yeah, it was a decent lick for the
Oh,
triple two there, but he probably would have been okay. A little bit of damage to get fixed, but I don't think that would have been a day-ending issue.
that look right there looks like a day-ending problem for the 2 of Mickey Sonadero. Wow.
You just hate to see it for that 2 cars. We saw a lot of speed out of him early on, but similar enough, the 5 car, Michael Alexich, seems to be keeping his momentum from earlier. I think he's definitely a player, but he does have a lot to worry about, and that's Ty Robertson behind him in the 9 car.
As everybody decides, Trent Hughes stays out and everybody
Trent
else
staying
on the
out.
lead lap comes in. Wow, that is going to bite him right in the ass when we go green here.
Or will it? Because now I believe this is everybody taking their final set of tires that they have available to them. So a caution here could be amazing for Trent Hughes.
No, this should only be the second set. They should have 3.
3 total sets? Okay, yeah.
3 total. As you see, 4 tires and 1 can of Sunoco racing fuel for everybody here. The triple two is still sitting down on pit road, and so is Mickey Sonadero. Looks like they're trying to get him repaired as best they can here before they come back out. And Mickey is off to the hauler, guys. Unfortunately, he is out for the rest of the race.
Gonna be
How
packing it up for that.
unfortunate. See if we can't pull up our pit stops here. Nope, that is just on pit road, gentlemen.
Thinking it was most definitely 4 tires and fuel for most of the parties down pit road.
All right, here we are. Let's go down to pit laps. Trent Hughes last pitted on lap 45 is showing everyone last pitted on lap 45 here. Other than Gage Hunt and Jack Garrity. I don't think that's correct. Are we just having
Have
all
we
sorts of issues
definitely
here tonight?
seen them? Have we definitely seen them down pit road? Because maybe Gage Hunt and Garrity stayed out last caution. I'm hoping to put a
Hopefully it
set in the bank.
updates here on this lap. As we are about
As
to
the
go
lights
green
are
here,
off on
we'll
the pace car.
go ahead and just hide this. We'll come back to that later. Let's go ahead and jump up here to our blimp cam as we're, well, let's not go to the blimp cam actually. We know how that goes. We can't see shit.
Trent Hughes is going to have to make absolute sure that he does not spin the tires and gets a good jump off the restart here.
And he
Which
does.
he does. But I think it's probably going to be a different leader by the end of this lap, just with that tire disadvantage.
And it's someone we haven't talked about all night long. Gage Hunt finds himself up here in the top 5.
Those new rubbers on that one Logitech car are going to be bad fast. As it
Oh,
looks
he
like
is on
they're
old
not-
tires along with Trent Hughes.
They're not catching Trent Hughes
Yet.
as quickly as I thought they would. So I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. Caution in 80 or so, 10 laps could be good for the 87 car. Especially considering, hopefully for the 87, that nobody else comes down pit road. He's happy with their car and track position. Maybe he can make something shake of that, but he continues to lead and continues to open up the gap here at Atlanta.
But
As you
that
start
gap
to
is
see-
about to start dwindling very quickly here as Jack Garrity, we can't get a camera angle on him. There we go. Takes the high side here, gets some air pressure and some heat in those tires, and he is going to start tracking down Trent Hughes very quickly here. He is 2/10 quicker than Trent Hughes on that last lap. Let's see how quickly he catches him.
And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've noticed, but this track is not as bright as it was before. We are starting to see that overcast condition, and now this storm system that's not too far away from the track could be an issue here. So we're going to have to keep tabs on it and make sure, as you see them get a little squirrely on the backstretch there, we're going to have to keep a sharp eye on this. And we are official, so if the raindrops were to start coming down, we'd call it as is. But obviously we don't want to see that. We want to see it the whole way. So we're going to do everything we can to continue to bring you good races. Jack Garrity right on the bumper of Trent Hughes. Going to try and rocket his momentum out on the top side. You are going to have yourselves a leader.
And it did
Jack
not
Garrity, I
take
think.
him long.
Not by much, but off this top side, Jack Garrity should have all the momentum he needs to get this lead.
He might
Get
have it,
clear.
but here's the thing, right? How long before he falls off? And you see that 9, that 81, that 5, the 10.
Well, I don't know. Maybe, maybe this is when you break out the Trent Hughes strat, where you put the pedal down, you get 5 seconds out there, and then you kind of just hope that you don't really get any cautions or anything, and hope that you can stay out front by the time you get caught by everybody else.
It's very true. As
Is
Terry
Trent Hughes
Hughes,
still having something for the 40 Jack Garrity? I'm sorry about you guys.
as Ty Robertson and Terry Hughes Jr., when they crossed the line, were running the fastest laps of the race that last lap. So they are
Wow.
coming for your leaders right now.
These leaders are duking it out here, trading paint, as you saw Trent Hughes do that tight slide job that we saw earlier against Mickey Sonadera, I believe it was. And a little bit of back and forth between those two, but ultimately single filing out and seeming like Trent Hughes the second place. as Ty Robertson just gets closer and closer to that 87 car. Gage Hunt coming off, flying off that corner, almost getting into the wall, but a perfect corner out of that one Logitech Ford Mustang.
Let's go to our fan cam here, as we're gonna watch some of these laps tick off from the stands. Man, just look at this. You can see the whole track from up here.
Yeah, these fans got their money's worth.
It's starting to get really dark out there. If you didn't get your son...
Unfortunately, I don't believe we have a radar.
We don't, unfortunately.
But I am looking at one here, and the system is kind of just more... The worst parts of it are off into the tri-oval, off in that direction. So it should... It's going to get to us. These fans are going to be driving in rain, pulling out of this packed parking lot, but we should get to see the end of this race.
Yeah, I told y'all the leader wasn't going to keep it very long, as you see Ty Robertson, Terry Hughes Jr. and the 5 car, oh, the 99 and the 8 are also in the mix here.
As you see that 87 of Trent Hughes losing spots down to P5.
And he's going to continuously just sit here and lose these spots. Relative unfortunate news for Trent Hughes with a bad call out there from his pit crew. I don't know why you would stay out there.
Yeah, honestly, you know, no shame to him, because at the end of the day, we're learning. But Trent Hughes is fairly new, and he just hasn't really had a ton of time out front, so not much experience leads to mistakes, and those mistakes are going to end up getting corrected. We're going to see that 87 car out front a lot more, and then we're going to see him start winning a bunch of races.
And you want to talk about a fast car right now? Let's hop back here to your 10th place car of Jonathan Smith, who has just absolutely saved everything in the back of that car, in the back of this field with a bad pit stop. And he's on his way to the front. He is 3/10 faster than your current leader of Ty Robertson.
Working on that one car, Gage Hunt, and it is not going to be too much of an issue as Gage puts a little side draft down, but Smith wins the battle anyway. And he's still saving all the tire that he can in that 10 car and continuing to gain on everybody in the field. It's going to be how he can manage traffic.
And that 40 has just absolutely dropped off here. He is running... Give it a second. Give it a second. He is running 2/10 slower a lap than your 2 leaders right now. But he is sticking to that high side like nobody's business. I'm wondering if he is super loose on the bottom with that setup he has, and he's just sticking it out there on the top.
I think that's exactly what it is, and also the top evolves into the passing lane as the run goes on, so if he's blocking that top side, kind of putting dirty air up there, it's going to be a hard time to have people pass him. So a smart move from that 40 car, and could end up him holding P3 even with bad condition in that car, but you see him get super loose off of turn 2, kills a lot of momentum as Cody Pierce and Michael Alexic are catching right up to him.
You just see Terry Hughes just up and down the track. Wherever Ty Robertson is not, he is trying to put the nose of that 81 car.
He's looking to pack the air, get that 9 car loose, because you want to put some heat in Robertson's tires, or do something to throw him off, because he's incredibly consistent and good up front. He's got a lot of experience up front, so he knows what he's doing. And if you want to get past him, you got to play your cards correctly and then get lucky.
And something kind of out of characteristic here is Terry Hughes Jr. has not been in the lead at all today, and we only have 19 laps to go. He has been in second twice, but he has
Well,
not found the lead yet.
Bounty, there's only one lap that you need to lead.
That is true. But you also want as many bonus points as you possibly can get.
This is true.
With as tight of a point system as we have.
This 81 car is far from out of it. Drop it off a little bit to that 9 car, but maybe just saving a little extra something for the end of this run, as we're, I believe, about 40 laps on tires right now.
Well, we should be around 40 laps right now.
Or I'm sorry, 20 laps on tires.
Are we? Hang on. Guess what? We can show you. We can show you what we're at.
60 laps. Lap 60 that they got tires last.
Lap 62.
Yep.
As Garrity spins down on the bottom out of 2.
Doesn't sound like it brings the caution out. Looks like
he got it back rolling.
Yep, and the caution's out.
Is the caution out?
The caution is out. They're slowing down.
Wow.
Saw that camera angle before. It sounded like they still had their foot down on it. So
see if we can back this up here and see what in the hell is going on. Because would it have been for Jack Garrity? Oh, wow. It might have started with Jack Garrity loose out of 1 or out of 2, but it looks like it finished with the 1 wiping out to 69.
see them right up there in the top left, top right of your screen. We're gonna see what ends up happening between these two.
Let's back it up here.
One of Gage Hunt getting tight. Thomas McLaughlin trying to give him all the room he can, but just ends up spinning him and finishing him off. As heavy contact between the 7 of Tony Toad Swain and the 1 car Gage Hunt.
Man. Just
heavy contact. You hate to see it.
And we haven't really talked about Gage Hunt much here tonight, other than that one other time, and he looked like he was doing fine. He found himself back on the lead lap, trying to keep him out of the broadcaster's curse here, and still ends up in 1 anyway. This makes 2 weeks in a row that he has had unfortunate events come out of that 1 pit. See if we can't get a better view here out of Gage gets tight and
Hunt way up in that top lane, and you saw Thomas McLaughlin. He saw what was happening. He saw it developing, and he was trying to give him all the room he could. Just not enough.
And then
as
Gage
Tony Swain through the smoke screen doesn't have anywhere to go. Gage is trying to gather it up, and heavy contact gets that right front of the 7 car airborne.
Wow.
Not what you want to see at all.
That's 2 weeks in a row we've had a car airborne.
Yep. And I believe Tony Swain had some trouble last week. Just hate to see it for him. Such a good dude, and like we said, Navy vet. Gonna start seeing him running up front a lot more in the future. I feel it coming, but unfortunately, a messed up front bumper and front end on that 7 car.
And that looks identical to last week's car.
Yep.
That is unfortunate for the Toadmaster. As you just see the rear end caved in on that 69 car from where Gage just squished him right in the wall. See if we can't find our leaders up here, as they should be finding their way down to pit road. for their final set of tires here, with I believe 12 to go when we go back green.
Believe so, but my math is not that great. As we have everybody coming into their box, probably getting that final set of tires.
Oh yeah, look at them. 4 sets and half a Sunoco racing fuel can. If that, as Ty Robertson just absolutely bad fast on pit road here. Everybody else starts filing out. Tony! Look at him. That pit crew got that car fixed up quick.
What a crew. Tony Sween's going to get right back out there. Is he going to manage to beat 69 of Thomas McLaughlin? He is easily. It looks like Thomas also had a pretty bad pit. I was going to say bad fast. Pretty solid pit crew there, as he looks pretty fixed up and does not appear to have any damage. So 2 cars with great pit crews. And they are right back in the mix.
But
We should be coming to the choose here.
We should. Let's see how our leaders decide to choose this. Terry Hughes Jr. looks like he's going to go high. Ty Robertson with a late choose here. He's going to block the 81 by going high. And the 10 of Jonathan Smith, the only car from 10th place, comes all the way to the front row on the bottom.
Holy. That's why I love this choose cone rule. You know, you get to, these guys insist on being on the top, and you know, if they end up pulling right away, then it was the right move. But you end up in 3rd place and you take the 3rd car on the top row, and then you get into trouble, then that could be pretty damning for your day. So we'll see how this all shakes out. I'm excited to see, hopefully, some results out of the 10 car Jonathan Smith, especially with that luck coming with the choose rule.
Oh man, dude. And you have all 3 of them beautiful 8-11 cars sitting 3rd, 4th, and 5th after that pit stop.
Oh, a little shot from the back of the 1 car in the 87. Hopefully no damage from that. That looks
That's another one.
pretty tough. Saying, hey, I'm here. As we fire off, and a great start from the 9 car Ty Robertson, but also the 10 of Jonathan Smith, as Jonathan Smith is going to be on the inside of Ty Robertson, and being on the top side, you got a little bit of an advantage, being able to carry more momentum, be faster off the backstretch. But Jonathan Smith's super competitive, may be able to give him a bit of a side draft to keep him even, but it's not appearing like it's going to work, as Jonathan Smith trying to look under Ty Robertson, as he's got pressure on the outside, looking like possible 3 wide, not quite, as the 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. thinks the better of it. Goes with the 9 to Ty Robertson, very Cam Racing. There's Trent Hughes right there with all.
Man, you got 4 fast cars. You got a 5th one on the way, possibly a 6th in that 99 car. This is going to be a battle to the end with 12 to go here. Well, with 11 laps to go, let's go ahead and jump down to our final fast and loud of the night. We'll tick her on down so y'all can have some great views here before we finish we finish here tonight.
5 to go. Super close racing between the 10 car and Jonathan Smith and Terry Hughes Jr. as Ty Robinson looks to start pulling away with some decent pace as he pulls away almost a tenth just in those 2 corners alone. Terry Hughes looks like he's battling some handling issues and just nobody else is able to get by him.
No, especially if you're running that middle to high line, it's very difficult for anybody on that bottom side to even attempt to pass you, especially when you have help down the front straightaway and back straightaway with the help like he has from that 5 car.
Smith every corner looking to try and find some momentum and find some speed to rocket around that 81.
I don't think we really gotta worry about that 9 car. Let's worry about the battle back here with the possible 2nd through 5th place finish here. He's done absolutely checked out to a full 2nd between these guys. As the 81 and 10 just keep leaning on each other every opportunity they get. As Jonathan Smith finally takes the spot here out of 2. Maybe single file, they can start tracking down your leader. Ty Robertson, I mean, they brought it, I wouldn't say they brought it down, but they've definitely managed the gap a little.
Yeah, I mean, from the last time we were mentioning the gap to the leader, Ty Robertson, it was about 7/10. Here we come to the white flag, 1 to go. Ty Robinson leading, no pressure out back. But a great battle for what's looking like 2nd place here. Terry Hughes on that outside, right behind Jonathan Smith. Jonathan Smith is going to have to block this top line if he wants to hold 2nd place.
Let's see what happens
exactly
here as they go 3
does.
wide. Terry Hughes Jr. up the middle. He gets into Jonathan Smith.
Doors him.
Terry Hughes Jr. looks like he's going to get 2nd place here. Who's going to get 3rd? Jonathan Smith rounds out 3rd position. Ty Robertson with his 2nd week in a row with a finish in P1 as he finishes 1 second ahead of Terry Hughes Jr. What a race. 2nd place was way better than looking for the 1st place finish here tonight.
John Smith is not going to be happy with that one, as Terry Hughes got in there pretty deep, gave him the door. Not dirty racing, but also not the cleanest, but you're not out here to make friends. I mean, you are, but when you're actually on the track, nobody's out here to make friends, and a great race nonetheless, as Ty Robertson's going to burn it down on the front stretch.
And we haven't really talked about Ty Robertson much here tonight. He's fast.
Speaking for himself with the past this is 2 weeks in a row now that he's got the win here in the ARCA Sunoco Racing League.
And he told me tonight, before the race, that he was going to win this one for Kyle. He didn't care how he was going to get it. He was going to get it.
And now he's gotten the last 2, certainly for Kyle. I'm just glad to see it for him. It looks like he tries to drift the infield short track.
It almost takes Trent Hughes.
Getting into him, but a good day for Trent Hughes in that 87 car. Was able to get some laps up front, get some good experience, and ultimately just able to have a good day for himself. You know, it's good points today, and just generally a great day for him. A good debut from Michael Alexic Jr., but Ty Robertson, your winner tonight. You have Terry Hughes Jr. finishing 2nd, followed by Jonathan Smith in 3rd place. Go ahead, take it away, Bounty.
And Michael Alexic Jr. here from Sinners and Saves Racing, rounding out the top 4. Trent Hughes with his first top 5 of the season from 8-11. And look at this, guys. Gage Hunt jumping back from last week's horrible race from lap 1, getting spun early, rounds out the P6 position. So that makes all 3 of the 811 cars right there in the top 6. What not a bad race for those guys. Then you have Sentinel Motorsports, Kyle Cortez, pretty sure he's a part of Sinners and Saints Racing. We'll have to check that one out. Gets P7, Troy Sand P8 from Sinners and Saints Racing, and Cody Pierce in P9. Well, I guess his mic just stopped working. So, well, I'll go ahead and finish this out here. Hunter Foley with P10 on his first race here with us. Not a bad start for him in the points either. Jack Garrity rounds out P11. Rob Lodrick here in P12. P13, Troy Swan from Fury Cam. The Toad Man. Thomas McLaughlin in P14. Chris 90 with an unfortunate end to his night here uh, in P15. He tried to get back out on the track from the race or from the wreck on lap 78, and he just could not keep going. He brings her down, goes into the infield care center, and we have not heard anything back as of yet. And Mickey Sonadero comes out, gets taken out in that exact same wreck. They could not get his car back going early enough here, or back going here, uh, and rounds out your P16. What a race. And I could just sit here and keep talking all night by myself. But it looks like my man had to go real quick. He had an emergency to go take care of. But what a race, for sure. Absolutely loved that we could see that battle between the top 5 drivers there at the top from P2 to P5 there at the end. Wish it was more for the lead, but he had it out there. Wasn't nobody gonna catch him here tonight. Um, but man, I got to thank all the drivers for coming out here tonight. The league staff, everybody watching the broadcast here. Make sure you guys are following Sunoco Racing League for more racing action here, and we're gonna do some more recruitment races here pretty soon. Because we're going to be starting our truck series here up here probably about halfway through the ARCA season. Um, but everyone has to go through the ARCA season first before they go anywhere else. Um, thank everybody coming out for watching. Just if you want to race, hit up the Discord. It's down there in the link or down there in the bio or whatever you want to call it. I'm not good at all this kind of stuff. But we'll catch y'all next time. Great race for Ty, Terry, and Jonathan Smith. Trent, Gage, Michael. Some great racing there at the end. Everybody wanted to win, for sure, hands down. Racing like this is in this league. You want it, come get you some. We'll have it. It's every week on Wednesday. Trucks will be on Thursday when we open up that. And we'll finish this out hopefully before the Cup Series race here starts. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Hopefully we'll catch y'all next time.